Spray?
Yeah.
What do they spray?
All kinds of stuff.
Well, I got you a treat today. We got you a nitro from Starbucks.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you $20 too.
For what?
To buy some coffee. I want to contribute to so we can have coffee all the time.
I'm gonna buy the coffee anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you want to bring some coffee, try. I don't drink hot coffee normally. I like mine cold.
I like mine cold too. I predominantly like, I drink hot coffee every now and then, but most of the time when I drink coffee, it's cold. It's either cold or room temperature.
Yeah, I like mine cold. I've been cold brewing the shit out of it.
You've been cold brewing the shit out of it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's better taste better that way.
I have to tell you something.
Yeah?
I am very impressed with you.
Why?
Your garden is really growing better.
Which one?
All of them.
Oh, yeah, they're getting there.
Yeah, they're getting there.
We're working on it. It just takes time. Catch back up.
Well, you're doing the right stuff so far. Because these last few ones, man, look really good.
Yeah, the last few have looked good. There's gonna be some fuck coming, but
That last one I trimmed yesterday, man, that sucker was huge. That was a big plant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? Both of them?
No, the
Biggie's cough.
I thought it was something. No, it wasn't the Vicky's cough, was it?
Oh, then it was TC4.
That's it. It was a huge plant.
Yeah, I got that to cross with the deadhead too.
That sucker was huge.
Just in case.
Hmm.
You never know.
That tastes good.
Well, this is just Starbucks. To me, it tastes.
Well, Starbucks, at least they know coffee.
It tastes alright, but I like the stuff I make myself better. But this is, as cold brews go, it's better than Timmy Ho's. Timmy Ho's cold brew sucked.
That's absolutely excellent. For my taste buds.
Yeah. No, it's good. The fuck? We're building shit.
What, next door?
Yeah.
So they're building shit, huh?
Gotta put his muscles on, I guess. Looks like he's built some kind of weights. I talk shit. I got a fucking goddamn 10x10 net in the backyard.
Yeah, I know.
Cats have a chicken coop.
I know. You got your backyard is a menagerie. Is that?
Little Boston's gonna love it.
Oh yeah, he would.
Especially when that big old dog comes over yapping at him. He's like, what the fuck?
He's a good dog. He doesn't give me any problems at all. He might accidentally do something in the house, maybe once every 3 or 4 months. And usually it's my fault because I didn't get home in time. Can't expect him to hold it for so long.
True. Should be a better
And
dad, I guess, huh?
And the guy was bragging to me, yeah, man, my dog, who was it that told me this? Something about their dog go 14 hours without pissing. That's not good.
No, MJ did it.
But that's not good for the dog's bladder.
Harley's done it.
Really?
I know. It's
not
on purpose.
You don't leave home for 14 hours, do you?
I have, yeah.
You have?
Yeah, not recently, not in the last years, not when MJ was alive. But Harley definitely went because I had a job.
I never knew Harley.
But MJ definitely would go. She only had maybe 2 accidents.
Yeah.
Ever. And both times she was sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when they're sick, they're sick. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I was pretty blessed with her, man. Pretty lucky with that dog.
Where's my
What?
my bud?
It's in the fucking jar. I ain't got it yet. Relax. You just got here. Take your shoes off. Relax a little bit. Enjoy yourself. Fuck. So much pressure. The fully vaccinated.
Look what we
fully
do.
vaccinated. And then my buddy Taymor's coming by. Is getting his final shot on the 29th. So I was like, all right, well, after that, you can come by for a show.
That final shot. That's my final shot?
Yeah.
I took it on a Monday. Tuesday, I couldn't get out of bed until about 12 o'clock. I had chills. I was shaking. It was hard to walk.
They hit you, huh?
They said that some people, because you know they're injecting the virus into you.
No, they're not.
It's a, what do you call it?
It's an RNA.
Yeah, an RNA.
In which, what it means is they're teaching your RNA some of the code of the virus.
Of the virus.
Yes. And then that way your body knows how, when it comes in,
When it
like,
comes
hey, I know this fucking virus.
get
Let's
the fuck
snip
out
out
of
that
here.
point right there.
Right,
But
right.
it's not actual dead virus.
Right, it's not the dead virus.
Because that's what they did with smallpox.
Mm-hmm.
They took cows' pox and gave you cowpox instead of smallpox.
And see, so they say that some people have no effects at all, but I had it, and you know Dwayne, the other grower, Dwayne, he had the same problem too. It messed him up for a day. It only lasted maybe 13 or 14 hours. Then I was fine.
Well, now you're microchipped by fucking Bill Gates. How's it feel?
Oh, I feel excellent.
What's it like to know that he can just find you at any given moment?
Well, they can do that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
See, you know what? I don't sweat the little stuff. That's the little stuff to me.
It is.
So I don't sweat that because, number one, maybe everybody is under surveillance. We've always been under surveillance. Like I told you, you know what I believe. So they know what's going to happen to me anyway.
So you think the simulation's predetermined?
Yeah. With a little bit of wiggle room for free choice. It's got a little bit of wiggle room there for free choice. But you got to choose. But it's all a game, dude. You got to choose the right things. You choose the wrong things, you got to go back to go again.
That's fucking shit when you don't.
And whoever is running the game, I call it the game. Whoever is running the
Basically,
game.
just sounds like a Christian point of view.
No. Well, yeah, to a certain degree, because what do they say? The upper room up there, a god. It's not a god. It's not a god.
Well,
it's not. See, there's a difference. I think there's a difference in the simulation of reality and the simulation after death of the body. There's two different things happening.
what do you mean of the body? Because the body just goes back to the earth.
Well, I mean, you lose the ego
Yeah.
when you lose the body. That's what I mean.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, you lose the ego when you lose the body. The body is exactly what it is. The body.
Mm-hmm. And it's trying to survive at any given cost. And do whatever it takes to win.
In some cases, yeah. That's not everybody, though.
No, that's your body, your ego.
Yeah. And,
Some people don't listen to it. Some people are able to ignore
Right.
it. Some people,
don't care.
yeah.
Some people don't care. I mean, it's evident that some people don't care. But, so what's the next big thing?
What?
I mean, what's the next big thing? You know, we had a crazy president. We had a crazy fucking president. We had this virus. We got SpaceX and all this happening with the UFOs.
I don't think Trump's effect is done yet.
No, it's not done yet, but I think it's going to be weaker
Yes, I agree with you.
than before.
But still.
But no, he's not done. He's not, I don't think he's going to ever be president again.
He might not have to be.
But he's not going to be done because he has his own little universe with his own little minions.
What if he realizes that you're more powerful when you're not president than you are when you are?
I don't know. Who's more powerful than the president?
Bezos.
Are they?
Yes.
But I shouldn't say the president. I shouldn't say the president because the president is just a temporary thing.
Yeah.
So it can only have so much power. It can only be so much power because it's not going to continue.
Yeah.
You know, after a few years, he's out of here. What's Obama doing now? What is George Bush doing now? You see what I'm saying?
Bush is painting paintings.
I know. He should be in fucking jail. Him and Cheney both should be in jail.
That'll never happen.
Oh, they'll get theirs. They'll get their come up.
When? I don't think there's a hell.
We might not witness it, but the universe will.
I think I think Cheney's gonna be the first dude to live to 1,000.
Look.
What?
That was hilarious. The no heart or mechanical heart, don't know what he has in him. Don't know if he has a mechanical heart. At one time, did they say he put an animal heart in him or something to keep it going until they could figure something out? That's what I heard. I heard all kind of crazy rumors.
Yeah, I don't think they really did that. I know he has a mechanical heart now, keeping him going. Must be nice.
It was something that happened with him. In between the mechanical heart and this heart, they had to do something. I think they did something. Like, he didn't have a heart, but they had some kind of system going for him. Yeah. Seriously, I'm serious. I think that's true. He went through a little period of time there when they tried to save his life.
They did.
They sure did. But again, see, that shows you that they keep a lot of stuff from us. A lot of technology is kept from us. They don't want certain things to happen before it's time. It's like oil, gasoline and shit.
Why are we still using it?
Well, they're phasing it out. They're phasing it out.
Very, very slowly.
35 years from now, won't be any gasoline cars or trucks.
The way technology works, it shouldn't take that long.
I mean, what I mean is, everybody be switched over. It's going to take a while before the poor guy can afford one of those kind of vehicles, unless they make it.
I think they're going to be cheaper than a fucking.
They probably are.
I think poor people won't even have cars. I don't think cars are going to be a thing. I think in 10 years, cars
as we know it, no.
Yeah, they'll just be automated things that take you from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
Highways will be set up with all automation. You won't even be able to drive on it. It'll be like iRobot type shit.
Just like I was telling a friend of mine. No, it was cut. We were talking about this before. Oh, I'll never have that. I'll never do that. And I said, what they'll do is they won't insure you to have a car unless you have a car that's computer controlled.
Oh, they'll pull them off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll start in countries like China.
Mm-hmm.
It'll happen in countries like China and in Europe and places like that where, and again, you'll be able to have cars. It'll just require a special license, and then car companies are going to just not be there. But then again, they don't have much manual labor left anyway.
Man, you know what? Like I told you, every night I go to a different country for 3 or 4 hours, okay? Most of these countries in South America and in Asia, cars, nobody wants a car. They all have motorcycles. It's nothing but motorcycles. You see 100 motorcycles and 5 cars. You see 100 motorcycles and 5 cars. Almost everybody in those countries, man, have motorcycles or scooters. or bicycles. They don't have a lot of cars. They can't afford cars.
There's space too.
And they don't have traffic lights. It's chaotic. I could not drive in the Philippines and most of the cities. Only the really big cities have some traffic lights. But
Shit.
it's every man for himself.
New York,
Just like in India.
New York would be tough.
No, New York is not.
It's
It's all one way.
Right.
It's always one-way streets. Oh, it can have traffic jams, but it's nothing like over in India, over in the Philippines, man.
Because you have to be like super aggressive in New York,
Yeah,
from what I saw.
sure. In Chicago too. Now in Detroit, you can still just go
Not
along.
as many people, yeah.
You can still
It's
just
only-
go along, but they go fast here. They go fast. Cars are passing me blazing. I'm doing 65. The cars are going by me like I'm standing still, man. They're going 80
Oh, yeah.
and 85. They're
Yeah.
booking.
Well, I'm doing 70, 75, 80.
I tell you, I'll be doing 65. They go by me like this. I'm saying, this guy's doing 80 miles an hour, easy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
And especially now, because state police aren't really patrolling that much.
Yeah, they are.
Not as much as they were.
No, they're out more now.
Are they?
Yeah, they're back out again.
Oh, they're back. Okay.
Yeah, you start seeing them everywhere. I'm seeing people pulled over.
People are driving crazy, man. People are driving crazy out here. It's insane.
People are enjoying it while they still have it. It's going to be gone soon enough.
When they decide to crack down, they're gonna write a lot of tickets.
They are, yeah, they are.
They gotta make up for shit. You know what I found out, man? Not to change the subject, but change the subject. Do you know these senators and congressmen don't want to give, in particular the Republicans, don't want to give people $15 an hour? You know what they make an hour? They make $83.50 an hour. And they don't want to give some people $15.
Well, one of their arguments, is that it'll kill small business.
Yeah, they always got an argument. They always got an argument for everything, don't they?
Well, of course they do. Everyone's got an argument for something.
They got an argument for everything.
I've got an argument for everything.
It's, you know, if there's anything called evil, we got it in this country right now. If there's anything called evil,
It's getting cartoonish.
it's crazy, man.
It's really cartoonish how ridiculous they are.
It is.
They're not giving two fucks about anybody.
How do you get there? What makes you that thing like that?
Money? You were
Really?
born into it. Yeah, everyone. Look at every one of them. They don't even need the money. That's the problem. They're making $83 an hour, and they're the ones that don't need it. They already come with it.
And don't want to. I guess it's the haves and the have-nots.
It's definitely the haves rule everything. Somebody put it perfectly. It's two elite classes. One pretends to care, and one just doesn't care. And they're fighting over who gets the narrative. Because the Democrats, when they get power, they basically flaunder it. They don't do anything with it. They give the Republicans everything they want on every bill they signed in the law, and the Republicans never once signed over on any of them.
Well, I think once you get into the Senate, in particular, when you become a senator, in particular,
That's where the problems are. Is the Senate is basically ruled.
by extremely rich people
Yes.
that don't want anybody that's not like them to succeed. Simple as that. But there's definitely too many people on the planet. There's definitely too many people on the planet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
No, I think if we actually did a better job of scaling up shit, I think we'd be fine. If we actually educated people on understanding how to control their urges and who they are, and not fucking gorge the fuck out on everything, if we actually made shit that didn't have to be thrown away every fucking time and taught people how to clean shit,
No, people like to fuck too much.
that's fine. But
No, it's not. That's the problem.
No, I mean you can. That's going to be in the future. That's going to be something where you're going to be able to just turn on and off.
No, I'm talking about the result that result in children. The world is overrun by children, man. Are you kidding me?
But it's ruled by old fucks. That's the problem.
That's the point I'm making.
We're not letting the fucking children make choices for the things that, like, I'm going to be here longer than you. By a lot.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do someone your age have way more say than someone my age? What the fuck does... And again, I understand this relative idea of, experience, because I am smarter than I was when I was 20.
Well,
that is truth.
Well, some people come with something to give. People that come with something to give, you let them give. It's just the problem is most people want to be selfish. They don't want to give.
No, I think selfish is another thing that's taught.
Americans are very selfish. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
You're born racist?
No.
I don't think you're born selfish.
No, you're not born racist.
I don't think there's one negative trait that anybody is ever born with. I think every trait that we consider negative, which is, let's say, greed, sexist, or what?
I'm going to go a little bit with the Eastern philosophy to a degree. That might be true, but sometimes I think we have to. If reincarnation is real and you come back, I think sometimes you come back with baggage that has to be atoned for, and that's what that is.
That just lets... You know what the biggest fucking problem I have with the reincarnation thing? Is it's used as a way to subjugate people.
How?
It gives you a reason to walk around and not pick the dude up that's cleaning up rat shit and help him out. Because in your mind, it's okay he's cleaning rat shit because he was obviously a piece of shit in the last life and has been subjugated down to this point. And he needs to work his way up to where the fuck I am. The guy who owns the building.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Why, if there's reincarnation is real, why is never one story about a dude who was just a fucking peasant when 99.9% of the human population were fucking peasants? Why is there never one person who comes back, a peasant come back?
Oh, you mean come back as a peasant?
No. A kid who goes, I was just this dude who happened to live in the fucking village down the road who basically just lived in his mom's basement. That's what he did. He died of a heart attack at 48 years old because he ate too many fucking cheeseburgers. There are way more of those than dudes who fucking Einsteins. Yeah, all we hear about is Einsteins. That's my... Someone had, and I'm stealing this from somebody, but it's a general idea. Yeah, it's a general idea that there's no... Like, reincarnation, to me, is not... No, I think... I do think there's some truth in it, and I think it's one of those things where if you want to go back, I feel it's more on a... you remember that movie with Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come?
Yeah, I remember it. It's ironic.
And at the end...
It's very ironic, because he committed suicide.
She did.
Yeah, but he committed suicide in real life.
Oh,
that makes it kind of ironic.
No, it's not. It's
to me, it is.
Dude.
But I'm just saying, that movie was very dark.
No, it wasn't.
We were talking about two different movies.
It's very fucking okay. He died. His kids did die in a car accident while his wife were driving to school. Right.
Same movie.
And then she's all fucking depressed, and he helps her out, and then he dies, and then she kills herself, and he has to go to. Is it dark to an extent, but not really. I think it's enlightening to the fact that he was able to rescue her. The love they had between each other, he was able to resonate with it to the point where he was able to bring her back.
See, I didn't see it like that.
Because I don't think, but
I saw that as he put himself in his own prison.
Who did?
Robin Williams in the movie.
No, he didn't.
He was too obsessed.
No.
That's how I took it.
It was heaven. The movie's based on heaven. It's like their version of heaven. The idea is Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba's right.
is his son, his actual son from who died, and the other lady's his daughter. The flight attendant is his daughter, right? And you went to their different heavens, and then he had his heaven, and then his wife dies and kills herself, and as a act against God, basically, because again, if you're Catholic or you're super Christian, you believe that you're going to hell if you kill yourself.
That's why there are too many people in the world, because being Catholics and Christians.
Imagine if there was an eternity. Imagine if eternity was real.
It might be.
How many people would be up there? Wouldn't you run out of room at some point?
No, it's no such thing as room. It's whatever they wanted, however big they want it to be.
I know. They did. I get that.
Yeah.
I understand the premise of what heaven's supposed to be, but I think heaven is the universe itself. I think when you leave the body, okay, here's my general bullshit.
The general bullshit
is that when you die, you leave the body, and either someone's there to help you and guide you to a place where maybe people have gathered, the souls have gathered, or you just decide to travel the universe and just float around and do what you want, go from place to place throughout the infinite fucking galaxies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
because it's no more time or distance involved anymore. Once you leave that body,
there is no eternity.
There's no time. Exactly.
Yeah.
There is and there isn't.
No, time only exists in the body because it's temporary.
Because we invented it.
Once it becomes untemporary, there is no time. Holy shit! What's it like to smoke a non-prego joint again?
Beautiful. You see how long it's been? It's been a year, man.
Mm-hmm.
A whole year.
That's crazy that it only took a year. No, it's fucking sucks, man, because there are some things you got to give that fucking retard some credit for, and it's not really his credit, but at the same time, he was president. But then you go, well, if I give him the slightest bit of any kind of credit, then he just basically runs with it as if he saved the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I supposed to do here? You didn't save the world, dude. Actually, you caused more harm than you did good.
In the long run.
So, to be honest with you, I shouldn't give you any credit, because if you'd have done something right,
we would have been in it for a year.
No.
If he had done from the beginning, if he had came out right,
he wouldn't have stole $1 trillion.
And he'd still be president.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't have even been a contest.
If he'd have gave the money to the people,
it wouldn't have even been a contest.
Oh, it would have been, yeah. If he'd have gave all that first stimulus to the people instead of to the fucking bank, then he would have been fine. But
to Wall Street and the banking ain't thanks.
Yep. And
that whole Federal Reserve thing, that's all a big con anyway. You know that, right?
Oh, I know. That's why they're scared of Bitcoin and shit.
And that's how they keep control too, because of that whole system they set up. It's diabolical when you really think about it. Because all it is legal gambling, where they always win. They're like the casino.
Yeah, I think though. My thing is if you look what China's doing.
Because that's not a government agency. You know that, right? The Federal Reserve is not a government agency. It's a privately owned.
I know. And it's one of the reasons we fuck with people is if they're not part of the Federal Reserve. Yeah, they make their money off the interest rates. They do all this shit.
And I heard most of them have been Masons, Freemasons. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Doesn't matter. I don't think
it doesn't matter to me.
I don't think the Freemasons have anything to do with anything. I have a little Freemason pin. My grandfather's Freemason pin.
I worked for what was it called? Oh, I'm sure there are radio stations for sale.
No, I know, but do you know how much money it is to just
that's the
not
point I'm
even
making.
Broadcast, but just to get into the game?
That's the point I'm making. Back then, you could almost pirate a station before they made laws against it, okay? But now, The big hits aren't going to let you get in there. You have to have something really going on.
Have you looked south yet? How come you haven't looked south?
What do you mean south?
Like, you keep going across the seas. Why don't you go south and look? There's some pretty nice places. Mexico is about to be legal cannabis.
Too much organized crime down there. There's too much craziness. You can get kidnapped.
In certain parts of Detroit, do we?
I've lived all over Detroit.
You have?
Yes, every part of Detroit you can name, I've lived there at one time or another.
You've been here since the 60s.
No.
The 50s, actually.
Yes, the early 50s.
Yeah, that's the point. You've got to see a city that was...
So my parents moved from a poor area into a slightly better area, and then they moved from that area into a black middle class area.
Did they stay there and never leave?
No, they moved.
Where'd they go?
What do you mean?
The house you're in now, was that the one that...
That's the last family house.
That they bought and they were like,
yeah,
we live here?
They had 1, 2, 3. That was the fourth house they bought. Yeah, I think that was the fourth house they bought. That was the last house they bought.
And when did they buy that?
In the 60s. 64, maybe? Yeah, about 64.
Huh.
My dad was doing real good in construction. He was bringing home, plus he worked a lot of hours.
Because Detroit was still booming.
Yeah, and they were building shit everywhere.
Yeah. And the outskirts, you could be living in Detroit and working.
And he was working all the time. He became like a general labor foreman, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which he made a little more money. So, my dad did pretty good. You know, when I got 16, I got a car. And all that good stuff that kids would get back then, I had. Because of my dad, he worked all the time. And later on in life, my mom started working at Coca-Cola later on in life. She got a job at Coca-Cola.
Just cause?
Yeah, I guess she just wanted her own money, I guess.
Yeah. I can see.
I mean, they had a joint bank account, but I think they also had...
Did he retire?
Oh, yeah.
What year how old was he when he retired?
My dad?
Yeah. He didn't run his own thing.
I would say he was about 65 maybe when he retired.
Was he a foreman or did he run his own thing?
He was a foreman.
Yeah, for another company?
Mm-hmm. For several companies. For several companies. He was a pioneer in putting down perfect concrete. He was good at that, laying concrete and getting it right where it wouldn't, the right mixture, and all that for the temperature and all that. He was good at that. I worked a couple of construction jobs with him when I was coming up. I was still in high school. And in the summertime, I would work construction with him.
Construction didn't stick, did it?
No, because I started getting interested in music. I wanted to be in a band.
Oh, yeah, and that's around the time that being in a band could mean something.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it could. But before that, there was no money in being in a band.
The big concerts, you're right, the big concerts, well, no, there was for other types of music. But as far as music for youth, yeah, that was the coming of big concerts, like, Woodstock and Goose Lake, and where, 100,000 people would show up. It was
a lot of people.
We used to have outside concerts here at Wayne State.
Do you understand that 110,000 people show up every other Saturday to fucking Michigan?
Sure.
U of M?
Yeah, but
to one stadium.
Yeah, but that's a more of a controlled situation.
Well, I know. You're talking
about a situation
where just 100,000 people show to fuck
get high. That's 100,000 people getting high off of all kinds of drugs. You could walk around. People have tents up. LSD here, heroin here, mushrooms here, psilocybin there. You just walk around and purchase and get out whatever the fuck you want to for 12 to 16 hours. That's how long the concerts would last.
Jesus.
And if it started thunderstorming and raining, nobody left.
That shit still happens here.
It's
or
crazy.
Still happens here. still happens now. Like there's Electric Forest.
Oh,
some.
Oh, look, there's those electronic music festivals.
Yeah.
Oh, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
I
bet.
It'd be 200,000-300,000 people show up, and they go all night long. They go all night long.
Wow.
It'd be like 5 or 6 DJs. Each DJ's making like $20K for just showing up and doing what, maybe 90 minutes.
Yeah. Well, when you got 200,000 people.
Oh yeah, they can pay you like that. There's several real, because Detroit is considered one of the homes of electronic music. So it's a lot of very successful DJs that travel around the world from Detroit. World renowned.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Because it's like, I get it, they're making the music, but it's one of those things that it's just kind of like dance club.
Well, they're putting a spin on the music.
Yeah.
They're not making it, really. They're putting a spin on it. They're taking beats and putting a spin on it and connecting them together. Connecting beats that shouldn't be together. They're putting them together and making other beats. It's very creative what they're doing. And it takes my brother Michael can do that shit, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. He a DJ. He can do that shit.
And was your other brother musically inclined too?
No, we were just talking. He was at the house the other day. He was saying, it's weird. I said, what? He said, you and Michael, y'all both draw, and y'all both can play instruments. He said, I can't do none of that shit.
Was he more like
egghead?
Like
real
like your dad then?
No, I think my mom was smarter than my dad. I think he gets it from my mother's side, I believe. Plus, my grandfather was on my mother's side. He was like the man. He had the farm. He had a store, and my mother was telling me like on the weekends when everybody wanted to go into town. The town was Charlottesville. It's 12 miles away, and she said my grandfather had a flatbed truck. He charged 15 cents a person to take him into town and bring him back on Saturday nights or Friday nights. So he know how to make money, man. He was smart.
That's hustling.
Oh yeah, he was smart. He had the only store for like 25 miles around.
There's this weird belief that you have to struggle in order to hustle. Like, he had to have that or he would have. And it's like, there's so much more science that proves that struggle causes people to be less creative. It causes people to strive less. It doesn't help at all. Like, not being able to eat doesn't help you. It doesn't make you go, oh, I want to...
Well, you got to remember now, we're in Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's different down there.
And during that time, when my grandfather was coming up, it was just right after slavery, really. And I think one reason why he was successful was he didn't look like a black man. He looked like a white man.
How?
That's
He's just light skinned?
Very, as light as you.
Shut up.
With long, gray hair. Came down about here. No, I'm not kidding you, man. I wish I had a picture to show you.
So he was a slave owner's son?
I have aunts. They're dead now. I had aunts that if they came here right now, you'd swear they were white women. And they're not. They're my mother's sisters. And they look like white women.
So that's why they were able to do what they were able to do.
Back then, the lighter skin you were,
the better chance you had of being accepted in whatever area you
white people letting you be around
and
them.
it's still today in a lot of places in the world.
Oh,
why is dark skin so...
In the Philippines, check this out. You know that island that guy went to and the natives killed him? Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, that's an island. The people on that island, they believe are from Africa. And I saw a documentary about them. They dark black people. They run around with no clothes on and shit.
Right.
That's how primitive they are. And in the Philippines, they are so obsessed with white people that, so a lot of Filipinos are from the mixture of African and Polynesian. That's what Filipinos really are. You know, the Spanish came in there, and you know, that's why they speak what they speak English, and the Americans came in there. That's why they speak English, and they have a lot of Western, you know, traits.
All right.
But the biggest selling thing in the Philippines is whitening cream, lightening cream to lighten your skin. They don't want to be most of them, unless they're from the village. If they're from the city, they want to be as white as they can be. They stay out of the sun. They come out at night and shit like that. It's crazy. And they said the top selling thing in the Philippines is the lightening cream to lighten your skin. They want to be as white as they can be.
I wonder why.
And the one I be talking to, she always talking about foreigners. They're obsessed with people especially people from Australia, United States, Canada, and Germany. They want to hook up with white men from those countries.
I wonder why the world because in South Africa it's the same way. Is it because white people went to places and made people feel that way?
No, because of the history. Because they know
that don't feel too.
They know if they can get with that Westerner, like I said, from Australia, United States, Canada, or Germany.
No, I know, but I'm trying.
They want that green card.
But why? I get that. That's different. I'm talking about why is lighter skin prioritized more than darker skin?
Because of the English and the Dutch that came in there.
And just, took over everything and acted like everything.
Took away wherever the religious beliefs were, they made them stop doing that shit.
That's why they're Catholics.
That's why they're Catholics. And they told them, if you want to eat, because there was a typhoon and y'all ain't got no food, come to church. We'll feed you.
Yeah.
And they got them in there and opened that book up.
And Jesus is white.
I was watching one of the things about the Philippines. They were showing the slums, and they went to this one Filipino home. It wasn't a home. They were living in a hole in the ground. I'm not exaggerating. They were living in a hole in the ground. A family of 5, and the hole was about maybe the size of this kitchen. And they were living in a hole in the ground, rats running around and shit. And I mean, it's crazy, man. They just the government don't do nothing for the people, and they like having and because of the Catholic Church, they don't believe in contraceptives. There are kids everywhere. When I say everywhere, there are kids everywhere. The majority of people in the Philippines are under 15 years old. Everywhere you go, you don't see 1 or 2 kids, you see 10 or 12 kids.
And they're probably not being educated very well either.
Most of them don't go to school.
How could you?
Because especially if they live in the province. They live outside of the city. They can't afford to go to school. And some of those kids live in the province. On the way to school, they have to look out for snakes. They walk to school. And they're walking where snakes and all kind of creepy crawling shit is running around. It's crazy, man. We are so fucking lucky. We are so lucky. It's unbelievable.
What if?
And right now,
hear me out. What you're saying is true, but one of the things, but that's one of the things China's trying to do. They claim they're going to do is they're going to pull everyone into the middle class?
Yeah, out of poverty.
Yes. What if all of a sudden, within the next 10 years, China pulls all those kids out of poverty? Because again, if the Catholic way is getting you shit, and they come in and get you the good way, and they start teaching, because again, don't forget, sorry, the Communist Party is atheist.
Okay.
There's no religion at all. They're actually against it. It's one of the reasons why the Uyghurs have been, not the Uyghur, was it the Uyghurs?
Yeah, it was the Uyghurs.
The Uyghurs were being persecuted.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what if in the next 10 years, the Philippines, all that area, everywhere around there, China uses the way they just use money as if it's not real, because it's not, because they've got the resources.
You know what they just did in the Philippines?
Huh.
They told all the Chinese guys that were under 35 and under, they had to leave the country.
It's
because the Chinese were infiltrating. So many of them were coming into the Philippines. You know,
because there's women.
Yeah,
there's no women in fucking China.
And they see opportunity. China wants the Philippines. If they could get
They're gonna get it.
If they can get it, they'll take it.
China's gonna get the Philippines. They're gonna get the fucking most of Africa. And the way they're gonna do it, They have learned from the white man's mistake.
Sure, they have.
The white man's mistake is white man walks in and just takes everything and then leaves. They were like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to come in, we're going to build it for you, and then we're going to buy your product. We have the biggest market on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to sell to us, this is what's going to happen.
Sell to us.
We need your resources.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get to a point where the Philippines, they get their population out of middle class into the middle class, which they're supposedly doing, that population then, with their wokeness, because that's what happens when you hit middle class, you come to a realization that everyone should have this, will force the government to expand it to, I believe, everyone around. Because again,
it's going to spread.
It all depends on what happens with the leadership, because the leadership could get murdered at any moment.
Yeah, exactly. See,
that's what I'm saying.
See, that's the whole card there. That's the X factor.
Yeah, and same with Philippines. Because the Philippine dude dies, everything changes.
Yeah, because like in Myanmar right now, you know what's going on there, right? That chick is in the house. She's under house arrest. I believe.
Military took over.
Yeah, and what do they call that? Is that a coup or a junta?
Coup.
Yeah, a coup. And
the U.S. isn't backing it.
No, they're not. They're standing with the people.
With the who?
With the people. The military says that the election was rigged, and that's what they did. What they did, but
is there no proof of the rigging?
It doesn't make any difference whether there's proof or not. The military took over, so it doesn't make any difference.
Well, I know.
That's why they took over. Probably because they couldn't prove one way or the other. You understand what I'm saying? And she had made some enemies in the military from some of the stuff she did. That I think was more pro-people than they wanted it to be. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, well.
See, and let me see, in Myanmar, I believe, is that majority, what is that? Is that
Buddhist.
Is that majority Buddhist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Buddhist.
Yeah.
Because they're persecuting the Muslims.
Yeah,
it blew my mind to listen to a Buddhist monk in a fucking robe talk about shit that it's like, what? You're a fucking Buddhist monk. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you listening to this?
Wait a minute. Now, you know some of those Buddhist monks are whatchamacallits. You know that, right?
What?
Are, what do they call them?
Bums?
No, man. Trained in the martial arts, trained in the arts, man.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of them are. So they got some of them got a little edge to them. All Buddhists aren't so pacifist.
That's not the point, though. He was falling for the Facebook shit.
Of course he was.
I guess.
I don't get Facebook. I don't understand it.
It's just a place where you can scroll and see people's shit.
Yeah.
If you really want to look up stuff, you could look up stuff on it.
But I don't put nothing on there about myself other than what you and I do.
Yeah.
Other than that.
What up, brother?
I look at it every night. I might look at Facebook maybe twice a week to see whose birthday it was or something like that. But I really don't get into it that much.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't make money off of you. The beer companies don't make money off the people who drink Bud Light.
They're making plenty of money off of it, though. They're not hurting.
They make their money off of fucking...
Hey, the one thing I can say about it is it's got plenty of content. There's plenty of content. You want to know about something? 9 times out of 10, you can find out about it through Facebook. There's all kinds of things on there. People teaching you all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like in construction stuff, You want to
You
learn how to lay drywall? It's on there. You want to learn something about plumbing? It's on there.
Same with YouTube.
Yeah. Right. In fact, even more with YouTube.
Yeah, Facebook's more about...
Yeah, even more with
social
YouTube.
network. It's more about meeting
Yeah.
friends.
I'm going to say YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube.
It's more instructive.
Yeah.
More information.
YouTube has more, videos specific.
Yep. You name a topic, more than likely, it's in there. Which makes it very interesting. That's why I can't understand what people... If you just study shit, you should be able to pass a test. I don't know. People aren't studying anymore, I don't think. Because information comes so easily now.
Well...
Back when I was in school, you had to research shit.
Well, yeah, you still have to research. It's a different way to research it. It doesn't require you to walk to a fucking library.
Right.
That's the only difference. It just took out steps, but it still requires you to actually research it and figure out whether or not the information's good.
My mother bought us a whole encyclopedia of these books.
Yeah.
These teach you all kind of things. What were they called?
Encyclopedia?
We had those too, but they were called Who and Why books. I think they were called Who and Why books. But it had a little bit of something on every kind of topic. And I read those things from cover to cover, man. 2 or 3 times.
I was at an age where encyclopedias were still useful.
Yep.
But owning them was less likely. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be everyone owned an encyclopedia.
Yeah, because there was guys going around selling them door to door.
Yeah.
That's how we got ours.
I know. Well, they stopped doing that because everyone's got one. So, you had
I remember that shit, man.
Grandma and Grandpa's encyclopedia ended up at our house.
I remember the day my mother bought those books. The guy came to the house. He had about some sample books. My mother ordered, I think, maybe about 22 different volumes.
And you had to update them, too.
And, geography, all kind of topics.
Should have been A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
What was the name of those books? Who, Where, and Why books? Some kind of name like that. Who, Where... And it showed you the digestive system in the body and told you how it worked.
I mean, did it help?
Fuck yeah.
Well...
It was knowledge, You
got the same shit now. You can go on Coursera and learn anything you want to learn.
Yeah.
You can go on YouTube and go to Khan University and learn how fucking the markets work.
Yeah.
On a technical level.
The market's been crazy the last couple of weeks.
It's
tumbling.
It's correcting itself.
And then it tumbles a little bit.
Well, the stimulus going back into it is going to... Because, oh my God, people and their fucking... Oh, they put all the money into it. It's not going to be worth anything. It's only worth what you make it anyway. If you live your life thinking a dollar bill is not worth nothing more than a piece of paper that anyone else has, then what's the difference? I'll give you. I got plenty of paper over there.
They give me face paper money out anyway. It's not gonna be paper money.
At some point, no. There's too many poor people in this country.
No,
They need that underbelly currency right now.
It's not gonna be paper money that you use. It's gonna be some kind of coin system. It's not gonna be paper money because one of the main reasons is because it's too much counterfeit money in circulation.
You can counterfeit. Oh well, I guess they'd have to have.
Dude, I'm talking about 120, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of counterfeit money. They busted some Chinese dude with $500 million worth of counterfeit money, man, from China. It was on a boat. They tried to get that shit. It's crazy, man.
What the fuck are you gonna do with $500 million? I mean, it's cash.
Because I'm telling you,
circulating.
they sell it, man. They sell it. Guys will buy it and pass it. They sell it. Because there was about a year ago, I remember going someplace and I give them a 20, and everybody was doing this and marking on me. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "It's been a rash of counterfeit $20 bills, and the police told them to look out for it. $20, counterfeit ones that people has passed them." I was like, "Oh." But suppose you're innocent. I wouldn't know a counterfeit 20 if somebody gave me one, like I was buying something or.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I think there's a lot less than they think there is.
No.
I don't either, but
that's why I think
I go through a lot of 20s, man.
Who doesn't? Everybody does.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
one of the most probably used bills there is, man.
The double O. If there was any, double O would have gone to jail.
The double O would have got it. You might have passed it and didn't know you passed it. It might have got. You know what I'm saying? It might not have got detected till 10 people down the line. Sooner or later, it will be.
Could have, maybe.
Yeah, it's like if I gave you a counterfeit 20, you wouldn't know it.
Because the banks don't.
And somebody could have gave it to me, and I wouldn't have known it.
I don't see the banks going joot with their fucking bills, do they?
Yes, they got a special machine.
So
like an electronic eye machine that checks every bill.
Huh.
When they get new money, all that money's been checked.
Damn.
Oh, they got a system for you, dog. They got a system for you.
Oh shit, low battery.
Oh.